Okay, so let's get right into it. The Las Vegas Raiders have a new head coach, and wow, is he coming in hot. We're talking about Klint Kubiak, who is fresh off a Super Bowl win as an offensive coordinator. He's now the new man in charge in Vegas, and he's bringing a championship ring, a whole lot of hype, and, get this, a direct line to one of the greatest football minds ever.
And you can just feel the excitement in that quote, can't you? Kubiak is absolutely thrilled to have Tom Brady on speed dial. He even said it was one of the main reasons he took the job. He's planning to soak up all of that 7-time champion's knowledge, and he's not being quiet about it. I mean, it sounds like a dream start, right? A young, brilliant coach teamed up with a legend. But is it really going to be that simple?
Because, the second that ink was dry on the contract, the questions started flying. Is this the genius move that finally brings some stability to a franchise that's been all over the place? Or does Kubiak's own track record hint that he might just be another guy passing through? That's the real tension hanging over Las Vegas right now.
Now, the first argument you hear a lot is a call to just take a deep breath. A lot of folks are saying, hey, pump the brakes a little. The thinking is pretty simple. You can't just take a championship recipe from one team and expect it to work perfectly with a totally different set of ingredients over in Las Vegas.
And this right here is the heart of it. The team he just left was built to win now. The Raiders, well, they're more of a work in progress. So expecting Kubiak to walk in and magically turn a team with some pretty big gaps into a Super Bowl contender, well, that's probably setting everyone up for a letdown. He's a first-time head coach stepping into a rebuild, not just reloading a championship roster.
So what should the goals for year one actually look like? It's really all about building a solid foundation. First things first, just play consistent, competent football. No messy games, no silly mistakes. Second, you've got to develop your new quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. Help the kid get his feet under him in the pros. Third, and this is huge for any young team, take care of the football. Don't turn it over. And finally, number 4, just be competitive. Forget the final record for a minute, just make sure you're in every single game. That's the patient play here.
But then there's the other side. And let me tell you, it is anything but patient. Enter Stephen A. Smith. He looks at this whole situation and basically says, yeah, be excited to work with Tom Brady, because what else is there to be excited about? He doesn't pull any punches, calling the Raiders a model of ineptitude and saying that Brady connection is the only bright spot in a really shaky organization.
And this is where he really hones in on Kubiak himself. He's saying, look, if this were anyone else, anyone without that fresh Super Bowl shine, people will be looking at his resume with some serious side-eye, asking one very pointed question. So, how long are you actually planning on sticking around? And that question, it all comes from one single glaring number.
6. That's the number that has guys like Stephen A. waving a giant red flag. This is what makes this whole story so complicated.
6 different teams in 6 years. Just look at this journey. In 2021, he's with the Vikings. 2022, the Broncos. 2023, the 49ers. 2024, the Saints. 2025, the Seahawks. And now, 2026, he's with the Raiders. As Stephen A. put it, damn, that's a lot of mobility. You just don't see a resume like that every day. And it really makes you wonder, is all this team hopping a sign of a fast rising star who's just too good to stay put? Or is it a massive flashing red flag for a team that is desperate for some consistency? And really, there are 2 ways to look at this. On one hand, you have the rising star theory. He keeps moving up because he's in high demand. He's a hot commodity. And like one analyst said, some people are just that good. But on the other hand, you have the red flag argument. If you're the Raiders, a team that's had a revolving door of coaches for years, how do you build a long-term culture around a guy whose resume basically screams, I don't stay in one place for long? It makes you ask, how long can we really count on you to be here? So, ultimately, this whole debate brings us right back to the franchise itself. The unique, challenging situation in Las Vegas is what turns this hire into such a fascinating gamble. Can this very specific coach finally find some stability in this very specific organization? And here's where it all comes full circle. Look, yeah, the Raiders are seen as a suspect situation organizationally. We get it. But you have to remember the end game for any coordinator. The whole point of bouncing from job to job is to climb the ladder and land the top spot, head coach. Well, guess what? Kubiak's there. He's reached the summit. He got the job. And with a new quarterback to mold and Tom Brady to lean on, he has every reason in the world to finally plant his flag and stay a while. The motivation to keep moving, it should be gone now, right?
So that's the gamble. The Raiders are betting that a coach whose career has been defined by constant motion has finally found a reason to stop moving. They're betting that getting the top job is enough to end his nomadic journey. Only time's going to tell if Klint Kubiak is the anchor this franchise has been so desperate for, or if he's just the next guy to take a spin through that infamous revolving door in Las Vegas.